Hey everyone, so what if building the next huge app was as simple as just describing what you want it to do? I know it sounds a little sci fi, but today we're going to dive into a revolution that's completely changing how we create software. We're moving beyond code and into something called pure intent.
Yeah? This quote right here, it pretty much nails the entire revolution. Think about it. Our role is shifting from painstakingly writing every single line of code to just expressing our intent, saying what we want, and then letting AI take it from there. So let's really break down what that means for, well, everyone, for developers, and for the tech we all use every single day. Okay, so to really get your head around just how big of a deal this is, we first need to take a quick look back at how we've always done things. For decades, right, software development has basically worked one way. I mean, think of it like writing an incredibly detailed recipe. The developer's job has always been to spell out every single instruction for the computer. You click here, this happens. This data goes there. The focus was 100% on the how, the nitty-gritty, step-by-step process, not the what. But, well, that's all starting to change. A big change. We're moving away from that intense focus on the process, on the nitty-gritty steps, and we're shifting our attention completely to the outcome, the final goal. And this comparison here just lays it all out perfectly. On one side, you've got the old way, writing code. It's all about the how, it's human-driven, step-by-step. But on the other side, you've got expressing intent. And that's all about the what, it's AI-driven, and you're just focused on that end state, the final result. All right, so let's really dig into this new paradigm. I mean, what does it actually feel like to express intent instead of grinding out code line by line? Well, in this new world, intent becomes the human's main job. It's not about getting the semicolons right or worrying about syntax anymore. It's about being crystal clear about your goal. So for example, instead of sitting down to code a whole login page, you just state your intent. Something like, hey, I need a secure way for users to log in, and I want them to be able to use their email or social media accounts. And you can see the new workflow right here. It's pretty straightforward. Step 1, the human expresses their intent, lays out the goal, and then bam, the AI just takes over. It interprets the goal, it delivers the system, and maybe most importantly, it maintains the system. The human's job completely changes, right? You go from being the hands-on builder to being the architect, the visionary. Okay, now let's get to the second part of this whole thing. And honestly, this is the part that's kind of mind-bending. The AI doesn't just build the software and then walk away. It becomes autonomous. And that word, autonomously, is so important here. We're not talking about a smart autocomplete tool or some kind of helpful assistant that gives you suggestions. No. In this new world, the AI is the agent that's responsible for the entire lifecycle of the software, from the very first line of code all the way through to its ongoing updates and bug fixes. So yeah, the AI's work is never done. It's not a one-and-done delivery. It is actively maintaining the software, keeping it secure, pushing updates, and all the while, it's constantly checking back against that original intent you gave it to make sure it's still on track. It basically becomes this tireless digital engineer working for you 24/7. So when you put all this together, you realize this is way more than just a cool new tool or some passing trend. This is a fundamental reimagining of how we create software, period. And the implications for speed, for scale, for creativity, they're just enormous. So what are the big takeaways here? Well, for one, human effort gets pulled out of the weeds of tactical coding and moves up to high-level, strategic problem solving. Development becomes about defining goals, not writing instructions. And this could unlock just insane speed and efficiency. It means we could build way more complex systems. And not just that, but systems that can literally maintain and adapt themselves.